Hey guys, Coach Nick with Friction CrossFit, and I'm here to break down your workout for the day. So as always, we'll get rolling with the warm-up. Today you have 2 rounds of 25 good mornings, 25 scat push-ups, 25 ab mat crunches, 25 cat to camel, and then 25 feet together squats. Let's talk about those movements. So a good morning, we're in that hinge position, feet are under our hips, and we're just gonna bend forward, load up the glutes and the hamstrings, so those back of your legs, and try to keep that back nice and flat. So we'll hit all 25 of those. After that, we're gonna drop down in that push-up lockout position, and we're just pulling our shoulder blades in and then pressing out at the top. So again, we'll hit all 25 of those. And then from there, we have our ab mat crunch. So we're gonna hop on our backs. For an ab mat crunch, the best thing to do, you're gonna keep your feet pretty close in. I'm just gonna go enough that I can touch the heels of my shoes, and that's all you need to get out of that crunch. And then we're gonna flip on over. We've got that cat and camel. So think hollow and arch position. I'm gonna make this huge hollow position. I'm gonna round my back, and then I'm gonna push down through into that arch position, really tensing my back muscles there. So I'm just gonna go back and forth, and we'll hit all 25 there. And then we'll finish off with feet together squats. So we've got our feet together. We'll go ahead, squat down. If you need to make it just a little easier, just turn your toes slightly out. That'll help open the hips up and get to full depth that way. So again, 25 of each of those, you're gonna go through that twice. After that, we've got a minute in a plank, followed by 2 minutes in a pike. So that plank position, again, think hollow. I've got a nice tight core. I'm pulling my rib cage down, and I'm gonna stay locked out and hold here for a minute. Then I'm gonna flip on over into my pike position. And from there, I've got, again, I'll start with my knees just slightly bent. We're gonna hang out here for 2 full minutes. So as those minutes go on, you're just gonna slowly straighten those legs out. But first I want you to start slightly bent and have a little bit round in the shoulders. After that, we've got 3 stretches. For these 3 stretches, we have a minute in frog, a minute in up dog, and then we're gonna finish off a minute per side in dorsiflexion. So for that frog position, you're looking for a wide stance with your knees, and then we're gonna sink down, and the whole time I'm pushing my knees outward, opening those hips up, and I'm just hanging out there, stretching my hips. After that, for the up dog, we're on our stomach, hips and legs are, hips are on the ground, legs are straight, and then I'm just gonna look up and really get a little bit more out of that stretch by looking up. So again, we'll hang out there for a minute on both of those, and we're gonna finish off with the ankle dorsiflexion. For this one, if you have a weight, you're gonna place that on top of your knee. You've got this tight lunge, and you're just gonna press that knee forward with that weight. We're holding it down, just trying to get our knee past our toe while keeping the heel down. If you don't have any weight to throw up there, all you're gonna do is go to like a lizard with a forward lean. So you can even use that back leg to really push into it. But the goal is I wanna keep that heel on the ground and push my knee forward. That way I work on that ankle mobility. After that, guys, again, a minute per side on both of those ankles. We have some skill work, and we're gonna do 2 Tabatas. So for these Tabatas, the first one is, so it's 8 rounds. You have 20 seconds of work, 10 seconds of rest. So your first 4-minute Tabata, or 8 rounds, will be either a pike hold, a V-sit hold, or a tuck hold. So for that pike hold, we're gonna go down to that pike position we started with, and it's very similar like a pike pulse, but I'm just now gonna hold my legs up. So I'm here, and I'm gonna hold for all 20, and then relax for 10 seconds. So you'll do that for 8 full rounds. Now, scaling options, we'll go to a V-sit. For the V-sit, instead of leaning forward, I'm actually gonna lean back and keep my legs up. So a little bit easier, a little less stress, but still a really good challenge. And then finally, guys, a lifestyle variation is gonna be a tuck sit. So I'm just gonna bring my knees up. And again, I wanna keep my heels off the ground. You can have your hands on the ground for support wherever you need them. And we're just gonna hang out here, really tax that lower abdominal area. After that, guys, our next Tabata is going to be bottom of a pistol hold. So for this one, you can either, if you've got a really strong pistol, it's a great challenge for you. Go down, go ahead and squat and hold that for 20 seconds. Take your 10 seconds of rest, and then you go to the next leg. So for that pistol, again, I'm gonna go on down. If you wanna grab your toe, it's okay. And I'm just gonna hang out here for 20 seconds. And then at the end of it, I'll come back up, take 10 seconds, switch legs. Scaling options for recreational, I want you to just grab onto a chair, like have something to support and assist you. a leg of a table, anything that's sturdy that'll just help keep you balanced, and then that way you can just focus on keeping the leg up while you're in that squat. And then last one will be lifestyle. If what I'm going to have you do is just do a squat hold. So you're just going to go down, normal squat, chest is up, we're at full depth, and you're going to hang out there for 20 seconds, stand up, and repeat for all 8 rounds. So that'll conclude your guys' skill work for the day. It's those 2 back-to-back Tabatas. If you needed a little breather in between them, that is okay. And then finally, guys, rock, don't roll. This is our Metcon for the day. It is 4 rounds for quality. So there is no time cap, but we'll go over some stimulus and stamina, or like stimulus and what you're looking to accomplish throughout this. But for starters, it is 4 rounds for quality. You have 25 hollow rocks, 25 arch rocks, and then a 15-foot handstand walk. Recreational lifestyle, rocks are going to stay the same, numbers stay the same. The only thing that changes is your handstand walk. As far as recreational, you can do a 10-foot walk, and you can also do, like, if you're upside down and doing wall slides, go 5 one way, 5 back the other, and you can also do that on a chair. We'll go over that here in a second. All good options. And then your final option for lifestyle inside handstand walk, go ahead and do a 25-foot bear crawl. So a little bit longer, but that way we just get a little bit more work in. So when we talk about quality on these movements, your goal is to go unbroken on your hollow and your arch rocks, and ideally on your handstand walk. Now, if at any point your quality becomes compromised and you're like, it's just not, the form's not staying there, mechanics are starting to get sloppy, then reduce your number, or just break them up into sets. So maybe you're doing 15 and 10 on the hollow rocks just to maintain a good form, and same thing with arch rocks. So something along those lines. And then the same thing with the handstand walk. You can go down to like a 5-foot handstand walk, or like do 5-foot increments, just so we're getting that quality in. So let's talk about the movements. Hollow, we're on our back. We're in a good locked out hollow position. Lower back's on the ground, legs are straight, shoulders off the ground, and I'm going between my hips and my shoulders. I'm keeping that same position the entire time. So I'm gonna get all 25 of those in, flip on over, arch holds, or arch rocks. Again, legs are straight, arms are overhead, and we're going chest, rock. Again, we are aiming to get all 25 in, unbroken there. And then the handstand walk, guys, again, 15 feet for competitive. Recreational is that 10 feet, or you can do 5 to the side. So if you kick up on a wall and you're doing wall slides, I want you to do 5 steps one way and then 5 steps back the other. Now another variation would be grab a box or a chair, whatever you've got. And so if I get into my handstand position, I got my feet up, I'm locked in, I'm pressed back. I'm going to work my hands 5 to one side, and then I'm going to work them 5 to the other side, and then back to the middle, and that'll be your round as far as that goes, as far as another recreational scaling option. And then last, guys, is that bear crawl. If you're not going to handstand walk, go ahead and bear crawl. All you're looking is to keep the hips above the shoulders, so we really load up that posterior chain as we do that, and we get some good arm strength in there as well. That is it for the Metcon, guys. Again, remember, it is quality, so if you need to break your sets up, or you need to break your numbers up into smaller sets, go ahead and do that. Remember, don't compromise form. We want good quality on this. And then finally, guys, your rent today is a 3-minute reverse tabletop. So for that tabletop, our legs are in a little bit closer than if we were in a reverse plank. And then that way, I think like arms and shins are vertical, and then the top of our body is nice and flat, and we're in that good tabletop position, and you're gonna hang out for 3 minutes. You can definitely strive for the full 3 minutes. Otherwise, break that up and just accumulate 3 minutes. That is it today, guys. Go get after this one, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.